So I think a conversation needs to be had about, is Uber Eats truly the cheapest food delivery app when it comes to doing, well, food deliveries? Because in my market, things have changed with Uber Eats, and I need your opinion down below in the comments to let me know if you're seeing the exact same thing. Now, in numerous videos, I have talked about multipliers with Uber Eats, and for those that don't know what a multiplier is, if you take a look at my screen, this is what you call a multiplier, a 2x. If I scroll over to the Montreal side, we see 3.6. You see in Saint Laurent, 2.3. Côte Saint Luc, 2.7, and so on and so forth. Now, the multiplier with Uber Eats means jack you know what to me because of the fact that, as I've stated in previous videos, I have gone to the city of Montreal before. And I have had a multiplier of 2.0, which is exactly what I have right now. Now, typically, in my mindset, if you're telling me times 2 or 2.0, that should be on the base rate. And if Uber gives a base offer of $3, but you're giving me a multiplier of 2.0, that means I should be getting minimum $6, right? Well, we have seen in my videos and other people's videos that that's not the case scenario. So the multiplier means jack you know what. So I can't conclude that a multiplier is a thing anymore with Uber Eats, because even with the 2.0, I'm still gonna get next to nothing. So it means next to nothing. Now, when it comes down to, my brightness is not bright enough. There we go. Now we can see multipliers better. When it comes down to peak pay, this is where the conversation is arising more. Now, for any of my lovelies who don't know, I am an Uber Eats, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, and Instacart shopper or driver in the city of Montreal, but I work on the South Shore. For any of my lovelies here in Quebec, have you noticed a difference on one thing? For example, Montreal. Montreal was the hot zone of all hot zones when it came to peak pay. A peak pay is an additional $1, $2, $3, etc., etc., per order you take. And I don't have one showing on the screen right now, but I'll show up above on my screen currently what a peak pay would look like. So typically it's yellow, orange, or red colors. The red explains that it's basically a really high valued peak pay, and yellow is like, let's say, $1 or something, and you get that more additionally per order. Now, even though I know that it's 9:44 a.m. at the time that I'm shooting this video, there has been absolutely zero peak pay coming from Uber Eats at any time of the day whatsoever. So now we get nothing but a pretty little regular map that shows exactly this, which is non-stop multipliers. Unlike with DoorDash, for example, with DoorDash, I can still go to promos, and promos, which is their version of a peak pay, is still available. Not from my location because they get snatched up easily, because a lot of people like to be in a suburban location. But as you can see, there's at least Boucherville. You got $2.50, Montreal $2, etc., etc. Now, even if it was extremely busy on DoorDash, let's say, for example, you're seeing Longueuil busy. If it was over busy and not saturated with enough drivers, at least DoorDash has the courtesy of offering peak pay. Now, DoorDash has never offered a multiplier, but the guaranteed peak pay with DoorDash has often been higher than what it's been in Uber Eats. And if you see otherwise, comment below, which one do you see a higher peak pay with? But the multiplier with Uber Eats means nothing. And now they don't have a peak pay, which means nothing. So has Uber Eats officially become the cheapest food market application that there is? I guess I should say company, but I mean, it's hard to call them a company when everything is done through an app, but I know that they make the business because I have been monitoring this for months, seeing at a 6 p.m., a 12 p.m., even a 12 a.m., if there was going to be a peak pay offered by Uber Eats. Numerous times it gets offered by DoorDash, but it does not get offered by Uber Eats. Now, I know that Uber Eats ain't doing too great in their stocks and everything else from the last time I checked, and if I'm going to be honest, the last time I checked was probably a month ago. But do they have to shorten us drivers? Because on top of allowing for tip baiting to happen, now they don't have any additional incentives. I have the 2.0 multiplier, but I'm going to go online, I'm going to get offers, and the base offers are still going to be $3, maybe $3.50. But that's not a 2.0 multiplier. I mean, I can say that it's kind of a biased opinion because no matter what, I'm still going to stick with Uber Eats because my market is overly saturated with Uber Eats. But what is your opinion? Because I'm sitting around seeing my market, and I wanted to make this video to target other markets to see exactly if the trend with Uber Eats is that they are just getting cheaper and cheaper by the dollar. The good part is we can still stand up for our rights when it comes to being tip baited. I have disclosed this in other videos. You've got to talk to a manager, skip the support hotline, and go straight to a manager so that you can get your dollar figure sorted out. But every other aspect, they're trying to save every buck that they can, and it looks like the peak pay is the next thing that's on board that they are docking from us drivers. So go ahead and comment below what is happening in your market when it comes to this. Of course, I'm getting text messages when I'm recording. Good job, Ash. Do not put it on Do Not Disturb. And I'll catch you lovelies in the next video.